Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We are to die for. Tonight, we'll be seeing the epic recap. Well, we'll be starting with an epic recap, followed by an epic conclusion to a not-so-epic event that happened at the end. Go watch it! No spoilers until, 2 minutes from now. Yeah. Anywho, my name is Aaron. I'm going to be the DM for this bunch of crazy people. And we'll do our introductions like always, starting on my left.
I'm Eric. I'm playing Boz, the elf druid.
I am Eala. I am Alyssa. I am Alyssa. I'm playing Eala, the High Elf Reborn Warlock.
Hello, I'm Michaela. I'm playing Helene the Halfling, who is a rogue.
Hello, I'm Jaden, and I will be playing Azure, the Tiefling Barbarian. That's what I am, yes.
And then we've got a special guest returning. We have...
Hello, it's me, Tim. I'm playing Mazdamundi, the Luxodon Tempest Cleric.
Woo! Okay. Yeah, very delayed surprise. But together we are to die 4, to die 5. Maybe that's changing.
Ooh.
We're still to die for.
We are.
I kind of like to die 5. I don't know why.
So,
This week on To Die 5.
what'd you say?
Sounds like our perfect soap opera name.
It is. Anywho, last time, Eala finally had a proper date with Dakith.
Without the voices.
Yeah, without the nagging voices in her head that were outside.
I
And
kept my mouth to myself.
you did. Get your mind out of the gutter.
I was a good girl.
I was good.
Roll deception. No one
Okay,
believes you.
hold on. That's a 4.
Yeah, none of us buy that.
Yeah.
It would have been better if it was a nat 1, though.
That would. Anywho, Eala had her date with Dakith where they went to...
They went to an opera.
Yes, they went to an opera, a little play. Afterwards, Eala just, with her presence, commanding presence, really just walked in back and got to see the actors
I'd like
who...
to speak to those guys.
I'd like to speak to your manager, please.
Which revealed the darker side of theater to a degree.
Yeah.
Afterwards, they scurried away, but it ended with Eala telling Dakith, "It's not you, it's me." And the fact that we're about
But
to
it really
travel
is her.
We're gonna travel across the world, so I mean,
And
if
he
you wanna
can't-
come with us.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yep. If you want to give up your whole, blacksmith and all, everything that
life
you've
and
built a
possibly
life here
die.
for, then yes, come with me.
She did not ask him to
But-
give up his whole life. He could still do it trade on the road, which she mentioned.
And to be fair, he was also like, hey, if you actually get set up in the capital and I can get an apprenticeship, I would consider that. But in the meantime, they've decided to be long distance pen pals.
Yes.
And it was a very
Teary
heartbreaking.
goodbye.
I'm
it
sorry
was
I
a-
cried on camera,
To the friend
guys.
zone with you, blacksmith.
Yes. It was a very teary goodbye, though. And
Yeah.
while that was going on, we had Boz and Azure do some shopping. Just shopping. There
Yeah.
wasn't too much else.
He wanted clothes.
Poor
I went with
guys.
him. I was bored.
Chris didn't even play last session. I'm so sorry.
Because the rest of the time was spent with Helene and Mans, who Helene decided, I want to steal some stuff. So you found...
On the upside, Mans didn't strangle anybody.
It's true.
He just died. It's fine.
Yes. But you found a shop, a potion shop, or apothecary, and it took you a while to get in because you don't have any lock-picking tools, and you decided, oh yeah, let's throw the severed hand through the window into a building that has a locked door without thinking, how is he going to unlock the door because he's a hand.
You know what?
It worked out, though.
He could have figured it out eventually.
Eventually, yeah.
You could have given him a hand. I mean, come on.
But you got in there.
I just climbed through the window eventually, just so you know.
Yeah, eventually decided to screw that. Climbed through the window, did actually break a vial as you were going in that kind of got over your feet a little bit. And as you started looking around, you were checking the place out. You did find a safe, but you also peeked in the back door where you saw the owner of some, who was tucked in, and a large guard dog who was also kind of asleep, who hadn't been awakened yet. So you quickly just kind of closed the door, which didn't latch or lock or anything, just kind of closed. And went back to kind of rummaging, and as you were kind of finishing that up, all of a sudden you saw the guard dog just start walking out, and then started barking. So
Man's distraction.
before you could find anything super valuable, because unfortunately, all that you saw at the time was just like two bookshelves worth basically of love potions that were very questionable at best. But you did see some health potions. You grabbed 2 before the dog then entered the room. So you decided to bolt off that. Mans acted as a distraction, just started smashing vials on the floor as he then jumped on top of the bookshelves, tried to run across and through the window, but he went to jump, and it was a Toy Story incident of Buzz Lightyear flying towards the window before he fell short.
Just shy.
Just missed it by that much,
All the
or that
bars went
much.
through the air to the wall.
Yep. Which, after he poofed out, left only Helene, who you bolted out quick.
I bolted before he poofed.
Before
For
you
the
poofed,
record.
yes. However,
You
there might or
abandoned
may
him.
not have been some scents that were on you from the broken vial that you initially even stepped on, or the other smattering and stuff. Yeah, there was a reason.
No, that just made me think for
Other stuff.
other stuff. I'm getting
so,
arrested.
but to finish off the recap real quick, Helene decided to start running. It's like, okay, she started tucking softly in, and then the dog started chasing her because, well, yeah, it's a guard dog. So
a
in
guard
fleeing,
dog.
the guard dog started closing the distance because you are small and you do not have a lot of movement speed. The dog is bigger and does.
The dog has longer legs than I do.
It's true, and it's got 4.
You're the size of the dog's leg.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So you, in an attempt to get away, you decided to jump through the basement window of a shop where you found yourself in the basement of a tanner. But unfortunately, after looking around with the dog barking outside, you discovered that the door leading out of this was locked. And as you contemplated your demise, as all the noise with you hearing the owner calling through the distance of a thief and that his shop was broken into, that's where we cut as you contemplated what to do next, locked inside the basement of a shop with authority surrounding the place. And that's where we'll go ahead and pick back up. Right there. So, Helene, you're hearing voices around as now sounds from the other side of the door that is leaning into the shop, as well as you've hidden amongst some of the leathers, you see some like faces that are starting to peek through the window. None of them are even close to as small as you, so no one's even trying to get in through this way, but there's a bit of a crowd that's forming around. What are you wanting to do?
If I rolled a 15 for my intelligence, would I have gathered the fact that maybe I might have stepped on something that the dog might be able to smell? Maybe that vial that I broke kind of stuck to my shoes a little bit or something.
I would have you roll at disadvantage.
Okay, I'll roll again.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. And the reason why is you're about to be caught. You're probably kind of panicking and thinking back through all of that
Maybe
is
smell
probably
me?
Yeah, that's probably not at the very top of your priority thought list right now. So what are you wanting to do?
Well, I'm thinking I'm gonna get caught, and I'm thinking that I should probably stash this. But do I see anywhere where I could stash these healing potions? Is there a random cabinet, maybe loose floorboards?
Because you can't really move from your spot without drawing obvious attention, go ahead and roll me just a perception check. And
Dear God Almighty, that's a 9.
Switch your dice.
9.
Yeah, I'm switching
So-
my dice now. I rolled it twice, okay?
See?
So you don't see anywhere that you could store them in their vials, like as they are, just because they're gonna stick out. There's no nice big coverings, like, or large openings in a floorboard or anything like that. You see little nooks and crannies that, if you wanted to stash like something small, like you could do that, but nothing that is a larger vial for the health potion.
What if I drank them and broke the bottles and hid the bottles?
So just hiding the evidence.
Yes.
Screw the value, just hide the evidence. Okay.
swallowing your weed right as you get to the.
Oh shit!
All right, so as you're doing that, you start hearing, and like they're starting to pound at the door. That didn't really come across anywhere as deep as I was wanting it to.
Service.
But you hear it. It's like, we're coming in. It's like, don't try anything funny. We know you're down there. So you can try to do that. You can try to chug the 2 potions, smash it, and stash it.
Are there any rolls of furs next to me or near me or anything like that?
Given that it's a storage basement of furs, I will say yes.
Can
Like
I just
of different skins, tans, fur, yeah.
Can I just stick them inside of one of the rolls and go hide in a different corner, or go tuck myself in a different corner?
The full health potions?
I don't feel like I have time to chug them at this point.
I mean,
They take 6 seconds to drink.
Chug.
Yeah, but they just knocked on the door, so they're probably going to wait about 3 seconds before they open the door.
I would allow you to do this if you wanted. Either A, you can try that and just stash them away, or B, especially if conscious of time, is they're gonna unlock the door and come in pretty soon. I would allow you to chug one and just dump the other at the same time, and then see if you can then like smash it and stash them quickly as they're coming in to try to hide it.
What if I dump both of them at the same time and then quietly smash them, like in...
Wrap them in a...
wrap them. Well, they're in the satchel things right now, but if I like quietly smash them.
And
then,
there's
like,
also more
shove them
noise
in.
coming out right now, so
There's some
you're not going to have to
white
be
noise to an
yeah,
extent.
you're not going to have to be as cautious about the noise of it.
Okay.
Is that what you're going to want to do?
Yeah. Hide the evidence.
Okay. I mean, a lot of this is then just going to be real quick. You take them out, you dump them.
Pop the corks on both of them, dump
Yep.
them over here, smash them against
Smash
each other,
'em.
and shove it in something.
So the only roll I'm going to have you do, because dumping, smashing, that's fine.
Hiding.
Like there's not really a way to mess that up.
Hiding.
It's going to be the hiding. Go ahead.
Sleight of hand?
I will allow sleight of hand for this.
It's going to be a 16.
Okay. We'll keep that. We'll keep that in touch. So, as you go and you stash it, and you're just finished shoving it into a crevice like as far as you can, and trying to make sure that nothing's really sticking out. Like you
Falling on the ground in the fetal position after that.
Yeah.
I'm just going to like sit like a little child, just terrified for my life.
All right. So you go,
Cue the water.
and it's like as you're
Yep.
starting to go down is when the door bangs open, and you see multiple armed guards come in, like weapons drawn, as they start looking around, and you see one of them seems to have cast light, so all of a sudden the whole room lights up as the yelling voices just like, all right, don't move, don't, and there's a bit of a confusion all of a sudden when they just see you on the ground.
Thank God you're here. I don't know. I was outside and then I lost my mom. We got separated and then this dog started chasing me and I just dove in here and it just wouldn't stop barking at me and I just want to find my mom.
As you're doing this, you hear this voice.
So if I'm rolling deception.
Not yet.
Aw, damn it. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, not yet, because there's a so as you're giving this plea in this performance, which is going to be a performance, it's not going to be a deception on this.
Still.
You hear this older voice calling from back, and it's like, sorry. This older voice calling from behind some of the guards, who heard this as well, and just goes, "Oh, don't believe her." It's like, no, Cub never chases people like that. He only defends the store. And you, at this point, have the guards kind of looking back. You can tell they're relaxing all of a sudden because they weren't expecting to see a child with, more tattered clothes. But at the same time, the tattered clothes maybe does still lead them to suspect, like, a thieving child.
Wait, are they tattered or are they?
like a
They
street
shouldn't
rat?
be too
They
tattered.
ripped.
Very nice.
Oh, that's right, you got-
I ripped my belly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did have a bit of a rip. That's right. They are nicer clothes, but that does.
But if you're in the
also-
field, you're actually probably covering it.
That is
Yeah.
true.
But you are a bit filthy from falling and running into this, so it's not the nicest looking anymore. But you're right, it's not rags. I did
Your
forget
mother's
that you had
gonna
a
be mad.
wardrobe change. And as that's kind of happening, you hear the dog barking from the other room, and you see the same large dog who's coming up, and is being held back by what you see is an older human male. You're
Don't
assuming.
let it hurt me.
Yes, I'm inside.
I was just walking around trying to find my mom. We got separated. She went on a date with this guy, and I don't really like him, but I was going to, and then we got separated, and I couldn't find her, and then this dog started chasing me, and I don't.
Just hears us like, I've heard it all. And it's like, where'd you hide those? I know you took stuff. I know 2 of my health potions were missing.
What's a health potion?
Roll a deception check for that at disadvantage.
Yeah, there's no performance there. That is just a lie.
Ooh.
That's not bad.
Deception at disadvantage is a 21.
Wow. Okay.
Well, that didn't go as
Hot
planned.
dice.
Okay.
It went exactly as planned.
Yeah. Go ahead, especially with that and being able to keep a straight face and everything. Now for the entirety, as the guards are, like, 2 of them are starting to put some of their weapons down and sheathing like a sword that's out. They still have the light up. As you see one of them, like, kind of give a nod, and they start looking through and seeing if there's anyone else here too. And so 2 of the guards will still have their weapons drawn as they start pushing through the different furs and skins that are being tanned out here.
Can you
Go
help me
ahead.
find my mom?
Go ahead and roll perception check. Or sorry, not perception. Wow, performance. That's straight with advantage. I will give you advantage because
Okay.
of how well this has gone for you so far.
Okay.
How many dice are you rolling?
Okay. To be fair, the first one I rolled was a nat 1,
Which you do
which
get
I
to
am allowed to
reroll.
reroll.
Okay.
The second one I rolled landed right in the corner, so it was cocked between a 4 and an 11. The third one I rolled was a 10, and the last one I rolled was 3. So technically, my 10 and my 3 were my only valid rolls. So I got a 10 performance and 13.
Okay.
Tee.
That explains it. I'm just like, roll with advantage, and like 4 rolls later, I'm like, whoa.
I'm sorry. I promise. I'm not just sitting here
You're
cheating.
good. You're good. You're good. All right.
Should have explained that a little bit. So that's a nat 1, and
Yeah.
I can re-roll that. That one is cocked.
Okay.
So anyways, it's a 13.
It's
for
a 13.
performance.
Okay.
Which, relatively speaking, is decent.
It's pretty good.
On top of the deception check a second ago.
Yeah.
On top of the 10
deception-
DC.
Yeah. The deception, even though it was at disadvantage, how well it was, did give you. That's why I gave you advantage. It's like,
Okay.
oh, you're selling it good in terms of lying through your teeth. The overall perception of this, or the optics of it, are still not good.
They still think this is a little suspicious looking. Little sus.
So the one who led it, the one who's cast light, and it seems like he's cast it on like a badge that he has of sorts.
Okay.
He comes down and kind of looks at you as he like kind of squats down. You just see him put his.
Is this the same guy that Eala questioned in
No,
the
this is not
Minotaur?
the, no. This is not the captain of the guard.
I don't
Damn.
think that he would fit through the door, hun.
This is not Dornick.
Dornick.
But he looks down at you and goes, "You do realize of the situation and what this looks like, and we're gonna take a look around, but whether you're innocent or guilty, or if you truly do need your mother, but we're gonna have to take you down to the station, but we're gonna take a quick look around, but
My mom's
put
gonna kill
everyone
me if I
at-
get in trouble.
to put everyone at ease," as he goes and looks back at the shopkeeper, We're going to restrain you just to make sure that you don't take a run for it.
You're gonna do what?
We're going to restrain you now.
What
Please
does that
don't fight.
mean?
Put out your hands.
Eala's never going on a date again.
Put out your hands. I'm not going to ask again now. Put out your hands.
Waterworks.
All right. So,
Do you need some tissues?
My mom's gonna kill me. I told her I would let go of her
crocodile
hand, and I
tears, don't
did,
let me
and then
down.
this happened, and she's gonna kill me. And not like she killed me the last time that I broke her vase with her flowers in it. She's gonna kill me this time.
the crocodile tears. All right. So, as you're doing that, and as he's reach out, and he doesn't actually grab, he doesn't like tie you up. He actually takes both of your hands in his one hand, and it's just holding you that way for a moment. Because you did get to him a little bit. Like, he's like, ugh. But you hear one of the voices kind of call out. And it's like, Lieutenant, it's like, we can't find anything here, but there's a strange liquid on the ground.
I peed.
And at that sound, he just kind of looks over at you. And he looks back, it's like, what? It's like, what type of liquid? And he's like, they kind of look at each other like, it's like, it doesn't, we're not sniffing it. It's like, look, it's like, Lieutenant, it's Hilkin's shop. We don't know what crazy stuff is sold in there. And you hear the old voice in the back. It's like, I take offense to that.
Good. Cheeky bastard.
So the lieutenant goes and just kind of takes a deep breath and it's like, looks you square in the eye. Did anything else come in here with you?
I mean, the dog tried to. And to be fair, the
Did
window...
anything else besides your person come in here with you?
I mean,
He's gonna roll intimidation too.
my shoes, my clothes. What do I have to roll against intimidation?
I'm just going to let you decide.
But not my mom.
I'm just going to let you know he is exerting a lot of pressure. I rolled an 18 for his intimidation. As he's staring you
My
down.
charisma.
I will let you decide. Because I can't force... it's wrong for me to forcibly
Okay.
have you guys react.
He's trying to intimidate me, but at the same time, I'm trying to be deceptive here. So I know that they're trying to be intimidating. I'm trying to get out of jail.
That's fair. You're also... I would say the way he's doing it too is that with your hand, or like your wrist in his one hand, you feel them start to tighten a bit.
Maybe whimper a little bit too.
As you give the whimper, like, he is stone cold face, looking dead at you. And it's not to the point where you feel like your hands are going to break, but there
It
is
hurts a
no
little.
pity in his eyes at this moment.
Okay.
Hanging a
So,
chicken.
are you wanting like a base thing, like rolling
I will let
wisdom
you,
or charisma, or do you want like insight, perception kind of a thing?
roll me.
I already rolled and I have my roll and I want to keep that dice because it was beautiful and I'm keeping that. But what do you want me to add to it?
Okay. Against the intimidation, I would actually say to just roll me a wisdom.
Okay, so that's a dirty 20.
Okay. So
It
you're
was a
able to
17 on the
maintain.
dice.
You're able to maintain your composure.
I just want to get back to my mom. Her name is Eala. She was on a date with that blacksmith guy, and I don't really like him. He kind of stinks a little bit, but I got separated from them because I was looking at one of the shops, and it was pretty, the dresses in it. And then this dog started barking at me, and I got scared, and I ran, and the window was already broken, so I just came in here, and then I hid, and then everybody was here, and you were here, and I don't know. Maybe
he looks
whoever
at you and
stole
it's like-
something was already in here. I don't know.
He looks you dead in the eyes and goes, "You realize the lights for these shops in this area have been off for about the last hour?"
My mom isn't exactly a responsible mom. They went to the opera. I lied. I got bored halfway through it and I left. And I just started wandering around.
Kinda
And
looks-
she's gonna kill me. She's gonna kill me.
He looks at you. "So we have a name. You're gonna be at least coming with us for your mom to pick you up. But what does your mother look like?"
She has long blonde hair. She's not my biological mom. She's a high elf. She's a high elf. And she's got really, really pretty clothes all the time. She used to make dresses for fancy people, but that was before she adopted me. She loves me so much, and she's gonna kill me.
He's like, "Okay." And he kind of he goes and he just takes this deep breath as he stands up. He looks around the room, kind of gives a twirl of his finger, and it's like, "Okay, we're heading back." And you hear the shopkeeper. It's like, well, what about my potions? And it's like, "We'll figure it out later. I'm not wanting to deal with this child too much more. We'll let her mom deal with that."
Great.
And more
So
dates for you.
at this time, he is still going to take you, and he's going to grab one of your wrists, and he's going to have another guard come, and he's going to hold your other hand. You're going to be held.
Can you gonna hold my hand? Are you gonna take me back to my mom?
We're going to take you down to the barracks, and we'll send someone for your mother, and she can take it from there. So I hope you gave us the right description.
Oh, God.
Otherwise, we'll have to figure it out in the morning. So, with that, they lead you back to the barracks as you're trying to sell this with every fiber of your being, but you were not arrested on the spot, so...
I'm just picturing in my mind at some point you just like came up with them with teary eyes and just did the.
Somebody pick me up. I'm gonna cry.
Oh my gosh.
Wait a second.
yeah.
I just had a realization.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No.
Oh, no.
Let me roll against it. What are you rolling?
So here's the thing. Remember you kind of outfitted yourself? To have equipment on you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Your daggers?
I have weapons, yes. But that's
Yeah.
because my mommy wants me to protect myself. She teaches me the martial arts.
So...
Yes, a dressmaker teaches you martial arts.
Okay, so for the sake of keeping this moving forward, they do discover your two as they're as you're asking
Technically,
for.
I have 4 of them.
Why'd
You
you
brought
say
all
that?
So they find 2. I will say they don't find the other two.
Okay. They
But-
find the obvious 2.
They find the obvious 2. That, however, makes them more cautious of everything.
I'm sorry, my mommy always wants me to carry weapons on me so I look more intimidating. Especially since I'm a halfling and nobody really knows how old I am. She just wanted to make sure that I protected myself. Stranger danger.
Stranger danger. Aim for the growing.
I would never
I could
stab
just-
the dog though.
I could just see it. Dakith is walking back all sad. And she's like, "Daddy, Dakith, where's my mommy?"
What did you do with her?
Oh god.
Oh god.
It'd be,
Alright.
it'd be even better if you like fainted when the guards showed up, right? So it was just the guy and then somebody who looks like a corpse.
But she doesn't look like a
It
corpse.
is the corpse.
Oh,
You are a corpse.
I don't look like a corpse.
It's true. Okay, so you are going to. They lead you away. They do ask to hold on to 2 of your daggers that they find, especially holding up, and your clothes move around a bit, and they're still like being cautious of you. That's when there's like, wait a second, I see a blade.
I spent good money on those.
I can just see her starting to swing in their arms, like,
Yeah.
hey!
Clink, clink, clink.
I probably would too. If one of them's holding my wrist and one of them's holding my hand, I would have just like dropped my weight at one point. Just tee.
Yeah.
I'm all of 30 pounds, so I am like a 3-4-year-old child.
Good thing nobody
Throw
sees
you
them
with
escorting
my
you
trunk.
because it's so late.
Yeah.
I can lift 80 pounds with my trunk, by the way.
Yeah.
It's just
Throw me!
Yeah, I can actually
So-
fastball specially.
Just with
Anywho,
your trunk.
you are led back, and it's a bit of a walk.
My legs are getting tired. How much further is it? I want my
They're just-
mom.
I am hungry.
I thought you said you were gonna help me find her. It's past my bedtime.
Are the chicken nuggets at the bar?
Roll to annoy.
Yeah, roll an annoyance dice.
Are they dinosaur chicken nuggets?
Are we there yet?
I'm mildly annoying.
Only mildly.
I rolled an 8 and I don't know what I'm adding to it, so yes.
No, just an 8. Okay. Their patience is waning quickly. So, anyway, you're led back to the barracks, where the lieutenant goes and says, it's like, right, we're going to hold on to these daggers here, but we're going to need you to go and wait in the room over there. Don't worry, we're not going to put you in the room with the Luxodon, but
It's the one with
you're
the
going to need to
bars.
sit there because we can't have you running around unsupervised.
What's a Luxodon?
So you go, and as he's leading you, you look over, and in a cell in the barracks, you see Maz de Munde.
Hey!
So Maz, it's been a tumultuous last few weeks. And you have once again found yourself behind bars. This time not as a slave, though. But would you like to...
what'd
Well,
you do
actually, no, we
this
won't do like a recap. But you've been held with some minor charges, and you're here probably just for the evening at this point. And as, you know, you've just kind of been chilling, but you see Helene, who you recognize.
My eyes
Walking
widen,
in.
but I just like,
Yeah.
and I cover my mouth like as a, whoa, that thing's big. But then,
So,
Yeah.
That's
Maz,
That's what she said.
As the movie,
no.
just a heavy
But
leather
whichever
cloak.
side they're on, I will keep my hand up, but I'm like kind of a please.
Like perk up, and I'm like, eh.
Just no, you don't know me, kind of a thing. We'll talk later.
You so fur here too? You doing a grow thing again? Was that? Is that? Okay.
That means shut up.
My mommy said that's a bad man.
all right. So, after all of this, so, Helene, you are being held.
I'm being detained.
You're not detained. You're just
You're in
being
detention.
held. Yeah, you're in detention.
Damn it.
You're in timeout.
I didn't even do anything wrong.
No.
And after a bit,
No
with you in a room that's got some like bars kind of through it, so it's not like an actual. It's honestly, he said, "Hey, here's a room." Once you're in here, like this is a holding cell, basically. It's nicer. It's not just a cage, but they lied. This is a holding cell. But after a while, like you hear the guards are going around, and you hear them leaving. It is getting into dusk now. So you find yourself kind of alone with Mazamunde, just like one cell over.
In like the drunk tank, I assume. Or something.
Yeah, it's, you know what, that's exactly, yeah, it's the drunk tank. You're coming down off of,
A bender.
yeah, a bit of a bender.
So last time I let Aero Dodge and Alfie talk me into drinks.
Hey,
What's up?
Are you the elephant man that I recognize?
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure we
Do you see any other guards around?
would. Do I? I'm gonna poke around and I'm gonna use my trunk, my sniffer. See if
He's like,
use
he's
my
feeling-
Never.
yeah, poke it around the corner of the bar.
Go
Just
and make a
to-
perception check with your bonus for your sniffer.
Hey, keen smell. It's a natural 20 with a so a total of 24.
24. There's no strong scent of deodorants or colognes that you kind of picked up from some of the guards to help mask the sweat. So none of them are around. But you also
Axe
do
bodies.
catch a
The old
very,
Axe body
a very faint but a very distinct and weird smell coming from her. One that's like overly and almost sickeningly sweet to your very perceptive trunk.
Oh, it's me.
I'm pretty sure the coast is clear. Did you get dunked in candy floss? Why do you smell like somebody vomited sugar on you? I can smell it from over here. I mean, I do have quite a powerful sniff.
Don't tell anybody you know me. Don't tell anybody that we talked. But I might have broken into an alchemist shop and tried to steal some health potions. And I might have broken one of the potions when I was in there, and it might have gotten all over my shoe. So I might be a little stinky. I should probably dish my shoes actually. But if I dish my shoes now they're gonna suspect me. Maybe I can just. Is the floor made of stone or is it made of dirt?
It is stone.
Do they have like a wash bucket in here?
I was like to say, is there a little
Like
privet
a
that he
like
can?
a like a
he dumps-
bathroom bucket and a
Yeah.
wash up bucket,
Is there a pea pot?
I was going to say
It's a
chamber
teapot.
pot. No.
there's a chamber pot, but there would not be a wash bucket for you.
There's probably dirt on the floor though. Yeah, they probably don't sweep it out very often. Yeah.
Not enough to really like
I'm
dirty.
gonna scuff my shoes. I'm gonna just walk around.
Is there any
like,
is there any bedding here?
Scuff
or-
my
or
shoes
like,
around the
uh,
whole thing.
anything
you've
like
got
that?
like piles of straw like that have
like a-
been like pressed together with to mimic that of more of like a mattress of sorts.
It's like a piece of cloth or like a shitty blanket over it or something.
Yeah, they would have some really roughed up blankets on it.
Oi, wipe your feet off it. Get the rag, make a rag from the blanket. Wipe your feet.
Oh, that's not a bad
Get
idea.
the smell from the shoes on a straw.
So my dumb butt's just gonna stand on the bed and start trying to wipe my
Static
feet off
electricity.
on the bed.
All
I'm
right.
just keeping my elephant ears open.
All right. So it's pretty quiet from that point. As they're getting information together, and it seems very likely they're still dealing with the shop owner and having to de-escalate some other stuff before they're actually really going to start looking for their description of Eala.
Well, she did say that I was with the blacksmith, and they
Yes.
should know who
They
he
should
is.
know who the blacksmith
And they
is.
referenced you referenced the opera
yeah.
as well. They
It
give
is
a-
true. It's going to be more of a thing of finding a person in a crowded area, such as the opera, is going to be a little hard, especially also then since if they were just to wait for people, you didn't also then just leave and were part of the crowd.
Right.
Like, you actually are going to be a little
Right.
harder to find.
Yes.
But she sent you. Yeah, you went underneath to meet the actors were too.
Yep.
Yeah. So you actually popped out later. So I'm going to go ahead, Eala,
Mm-hmm.
and just roll me a straight D20.
15.
15. All right.
Takes them 15 minutes to find me.
They're going to roll a perception check. I'm going to give them advantage. They need to beat a 15 or more.
Okay.
The advantage is because it's you and Dakith who they do know. Although he's dressed up, so he's also not.
Yeah, well,
their
we
normal-
were near the fountain or like a little gardeny area because that's where we were talking.
That's where she ditched him.
Yep.
where she
Given the
dumped
time
him.
frame of this, though, I'm kind of assuming that they're getting there as the opera's going out.
Okay.
So this is going to depend on whether they find you like right after the breakup, or if they don't see you for a while, it might be a little while longer.
Okay.
As you're walking home by yourself.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe they find Dakith first.
They just barely got the 15.
Okay.
So, to recap, after you broke Dakith's heart,
Oh my gosh, guys!
Broke his heart and shattered his soul.
After you did that, you're leaving the area after you made your goodbye back again at the fountain.
I think I'm watching him walk away.
Yeah.
And then, like, every ounce of me wishes that I could cry, but I can't. Like,
You can.
I can, yes.
As
But I
demonstrated
can't.
Last week.
But Eala can't.
Yeah.
So as you're doing that, you're starting to walk back, maybe a little aimlessly back to the inn, not knowing kind of where else to go, as you feel this tap on your shoulder after, you get just like one block down.
Turning around, I'm going to be like, Daketh. Oh.
And as you turn, you see these two guards who don't appear threatening and all that, but they kind of look at each other, and they're like, one of them's also kind of looking back, seeing Daketh walking away. And one goes like, sorry, are you Eala? And is your daughter the little halfling Helene?
You just see Ayala's face go from like, to... Yes, that's...
I never technically gave my name, but
I'm kind of assuming.
I must have at some point.
Yes, I have a daughter. What did she do now?
Oh my god, why do you incriminate me like that?
Well, she's currently being held at the barracks for, being charged potentially with theft from a shop.
Suspicion. Innocent until proven guilty.
This is
You
the
don't know
United
that's
States.
how they do it here. Be guilty until proven innocent.
All right.
So we'd like you to come and probably just collect her at this point.
All right. All right. All right. All right. I'm gonna say that last part just a little bit louder. Maybe Daketh heard it or something. As I turn around to walk with
Attention.
them.
All right.
Yeah, she's an attention whore. Okay, get over it, Miss. I break into every building.
So Daketh doesn't hear, but after a little while, as they're leading you to there, and they're both leading the way with you just kind of trailing a little bit, and you overhear one of them. It's like, and they're going, it's like, well, wasn't she on a date with a blacksmith, Daketh? And it's like, yeah, I guess it didn't go that well. She seems pretty pissed. Was it her or her daughter? It's like, I'm not gonna ask.
Woof.
You see one of them take a glance back, looking at you at this point, who obviously overheard.
Yeah, I'm just staring at him, giving him that like, you're a little shit, but at the same time, like keeping that like really like sexy demeanor posure, and she's just kind of like, really.
I'm
You see
going
his
to guess
head
you in your
snaps
sleep.
back forward, and you hear him. It's like, yeah, I think he dodged a bullet on that one.
Jaw just drops, and she's like,
What?
men's.
There is no man's.
Shit. I'm gonna start like,
Ma'am, is there a problem?
no, it's fine.
You left man's with me.
And and just so you know, he didn't dodge a bullet on that one.
Sorry, arrow.
Era, whatever. It was a mutual split because we're supposed to be leaving, and he can't come with us. Okay? It was not.
So wait, why was your daughter running around in some of the back streets too?
She must have just wandered off again like she always does. She has a tendency to do that. I turn around 1 minute and she's gone.
I mean, was she part of the reason? Because she was bad-mouthed Daketh pretty intently. She's also afraid that you're gonna probably
her?
whip her a new one.
I don't think there's room to rip her a new one.
Yeah, she is pretty small.
She really is. You know, I need to craft one of those little baby bouncer things that you see midwives carry around that they can put their little child in.
Well, it might be part of the conditions of release if she is actually found to have stolen.
I hope for her case it's not. You know, she's had a really rough life.
Oh, yeah, were you the one that gave her those daggers? Like, they're almost the size of her thigh.
I'm aware of it. No, it wasn't me. It was my late husband gave them to her.
She's not that old. But you're...
He was the type of person that...
This is going smoothly.
Don't make me laugh! He was the type of person that, size didn't matter to him.
Oh my
And
god.
she just kind of smirks.
They both, as you say that, and you can't keep the straight, like, both the guards, like, their eyes meet each other again. They're like, yeah. It's like, oh, run, Dakith. And they don't say another word until they lead you to the barracks.
Oh my god. Okay. Walking in, I'm just kind of gonna look around.
So at first, all you see
They
is a
really-
big Luxodon who's in the drunk tank, really.
Jumping back a bit. Bloody hell, he's a big one. I bet size doesn't matter for him. She nudges one of the guards.
Is it what? Let's stand up and you see all 6'6" of Mazda Mundi, all 380 pounds of him.
That thing could break me. My daughter. My daughter, please.
Daughter? Yous is related? You found your family?
Mom?
Helene?
I do believe that
Helene, and I'm gonna just,
for me?
I'm just gonna run over and drop to my knees because I'm assuming she's in a caged area,
She's
like a
behind
bar.
the door.
Okay,
So there's like a bar slit
yeah.
to look through.
So I'm gonna drop to my knees and I'm gonna like put my hands on the door in the bar area and I'm gonna be like, Helene, my honey, what happened? I thought you were there with me and Dakith and I turned around and you were gone and I couldn't find you.
You just hear the guards behind us like, well, that was a quick shift.
I got bored during the show and I wandered off and I know you told me not to and I wandered off and then this dog started chasing me and I got really scared and I dove into this basement and then he chased me and then the guard
honey,
showed.
that's enough. I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna face him. Let my daughter go now.
Sitting in the cage, hyperventilating.
Hyperventilating.
Can you not see that she is absolutely terrified? And being in here is not helping her. She is deathly afraid of dogs. And the fact that that happened, she's a child, for crying out loud. Your mothers should have raised you better.
One of them starts to talk. And he gets
Combined deception.
no, there's no need for deception. One is like, well, I think as your mother, you probably shouldn't. You just all of a sudden, the crack as the other one just nods, like elbows him right in the ribs to shut him up. And it's like,
say anything,
it's
man.
not worth it.
They're like, think of poor Dak.
Yeah, just we'll buy him a drink later. Actually, we'll celebrate with him later. It's okay.
I sort of perk up and like, speaking of which, I'm feeling a bit more sober now. If you guys lads wouldn't mind, cut me loose.
I'll do you one favor. I'll take the small one and the big one off your hands.
What is that?
Well, where's the
Because
meat?
And the big one? Dear Lord, woman.
they're like, oh, it's the new Dakith, guys.
Oh, that poor guy.
It's like, God, she's a loose. It's like she's a loose cannon.
Turns around, I'm what?
That's pretty cool.
A bit crazy, to be honest. But if you want the big one too, then sure.
Fine.
Like,
Open
yeah,
your
your
cells.
time's about up. You still kind of reek. At least just go back to the fountain and clean up a bit.
Sure.
But
How about we go to the inn and clean you up?
I mean, if you're offering, yeah, I won't say no to the point.
I'm going to reach in once that's open and I'm just going to scoop up Helene and then turn around and be like, my husband's daggers, please.
it's like, yeah. Here you go.
And taking them, she's going to be like, Dakith is a good man. You could learn from him. And then turn around and walk out.
And I just put my hand on his shoulder. Just a nod and a shake, and I walk by.
Once they're outside,
What I do? This you're an idiot.
once they're outside, I'm going to look at Helene and be like, so I heard you didn't like the date that your mother went on. Well, you never have to see him again.
That's not what I meant. Actually, I really did like him. He might have been a little bit dull, but I really did like him. He was a nice guy.
I agree with you.
I just, kind of looking around, make sure nobody else can hear me right now.
Just me looming over you guys, basically.
Yeah.
Hey,
anybody can see you
I'm like
past me.
making a couple extra steps to stay away because you're just so large.
I just
Does she have
kinda-
any like curiosity as to why you're also?
Oh, she'll
like-
get there.
Okay.
So, is he related, actually?
No.
Oh.
Are you seriously that dim-witted?
Well, I mean, it's just
Who is this, Helene?
the vaguely humy types,
Oh,
right? They
he-
they look a little similar.
He was on the boat when we all got captured by slavers, and he broke off the boat with us.
Yeah,
and was
we was on
stranded
the
on
home
the
strike
island for
together.
a while.
We go way back.
Actually, yeah, we go way back.
Oh.
Like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we was brothers and
he-
sisters in irons.
He was with us up until right before we met you. Actually, we went our separate ways because he had something else he needed to go do. He said Thor was calling him to go do something.
Thor.
Yeah, I'm assuming it was probably drinking though, seeing where you ended up.
I mean, listen, that could have described me or Thor at any point, at any given time, right? But yeah, I do pray to the glory of the Thunder God.
Oh, God.
Yeah, may I die a beautiful death.
That can be arranged.
Do what?
Nothing.
Alright.
Helene, I had to say goodbye to Daketh tonight before I came here.
I figured that you probably did, and that's why I wanted you to have this one last date too. I wasn't trying to be rude. I was just trying to get out of getting arrested.
I'm aware of it. I'm aware of it. It's just like the old lady in the street situation.
Can we go home now, Mommy?
We can go home
Okay.
and we can get drinks. And you can tell me what
Yes.
the fuck you did to Men's.
Oh. Got it.
But drinks sound great.
But drinks sound great. I agree with this guy.
Drinks first.
Then we'll talk
Ale is
about
a big drinker
that.
too.
We're gonna get
And she
along
can't get
great.
drunk.
Oh,
Cannot get drunk.
So we're gonna go back to the inn. I'm assuming these two are there.
Yep.
And
So
I'm gonna kick the
It's
door
an
open
alien.
with my foot.
you boys ain't dead.
yes.
We're all dead.
Yeah, Azure, Boz, as you're sitting there, probably munching a bit of a meal from Molden, who that is either undercooked or overcooked or a little bit of both.
Molden's Moldy Inn. That's what it's called.
Yeah,
It's not Molden's moldy in technically, but that's what we call it.
yeah. But you see Eala kicked down the door.
Not
followed-
down. I kicked it open.
Open. I mean,
If I
it's-
kicked down
it's
the
not
door, my
break
leg
the
would
door.
fall off.
Remember, it's Molden's. I mean,
Yeah.
You never know.
You kick it.
Like,
You might have to
what-
kick it. The
comes
door
off the
kicks you
hinges.
back.
but you see Eala kick down the door with Helene just kind of right in her shadow, and then looming behind them is the massive 6'6" form of Mazdamunde.
Oh, good, you made it back. I was a little worried.
Azure will.
Oh, hold on, don't
Monday.
tell me. I think I can remember your names. Sunshine, Giant Stuff, Shapeshifter.
No? Oh, yeah, that's right, I do.
Oh yeah, I do.
He doesn't. He's not a changeling, but he forgets he changes shape like that. Anyway, he's a little eccentric in his age.
It's like,
Oh, Master Monday, it's good to see you again under
bleeding.
bit better circumstances.
yeah, bleeding out. How have you been?
Uh,
A bit better circumstances. I pulled him from jail.
It was the drunk tank. I got in a bit of tussle with a buddy of mine, Eric Dodger Alfie. Yeah, he's
the last time I saw him, we were nearly drowned.
yeah. Survived a sinking ship from slavery and a desert island, I think. And
Yeah.
some nasty yams.
They were wonderful.
The
We still have a
yams.
couple, I think.
The potatoes.
No, the yams were fine. Just bad fishing on that island.
Yeah, you had a time.
Well, here, do me a favor. I'm going to pick up Helene and I'm going to just hand her to you and be like, I need to go find Men's. And I'm going to go
Oh
upstairs.
wait, stop.
What?
We can hear the echo.
You say from above the stairs.
Well, I'm like part way up the stairs, so it just echoes through the whole building.
He kind of went poof.
I'm aware of it.
So he's
We were
not
right in the middle of the second
here.
act. when he went poof. I felt it.
So he's not here anymore, obviously. You gotta do your little voodoo
That's
magic
what I'm
thing.
going upstairs to do.
I'm sorry. It wasn't my fault.
You know, I've had a really
I've got the
bad-
next round here for you if you're
Thank
wanting
you.
it.
Good
I've had a really
gods,
bad
yes.
night. And
Me
I'm going to
too.
go upstairs
It's
and
been a really, really messed up night.
I'm going to dig through my stuff to see if I can find any bones to resummon my friend.
Ooh, okay.
Last time I used chicken bones, I think they were.
We could probably get some bones from Molden.
Go ahead and just roll me a straight d20 to see if you have any left.
15.
You still have some remnants left. It's just enough, but you are then completely out.
Okay. Then yeah,
So
I'm
for
going to summon Mans.
For the next 10 minutes, you prepare your ritual, and eventually out pops Mans.
Okay. And I'm just going to scoop him up, hold him to my cheek, and be like, it's been a really, really bad day. He's like,
Yeah. There's a bit of like a little stroke with just the tip of one of his fingers.
just the tip.
Yep.
Is it the bony one?
Probably the bony one, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's a good person.
Trying to
But
be comforting, jabbing.
He doesn't know, like, he actually, like, goes and, like, tries to, like, scratch behind your ear, but it's a little more forceful than you would like.
Yeah, and just gentle.
That's what she said.
It is what she said. She just said it.
Just
And then I'm going to bring him downstairs because I need a drink or 7.
So we've gotten Maz a couple around.
Yes.
I'm sure you guys are like 3 rounds in by now.
I'm holding 3 beers, one in the trunk, one in each hand.
He's double fisting that trunk. He's like, yeah.
The trunk pouring one into my mouth.
Boz is always
Holding
nursing.
2.
He's always drinking, but he's always nursing.
So, as you're doing that, you see Eala come back down, but very obviously, and a bit different from last time, Maz, you now see that she has a severed hand that is just on her person and independently moving.
It is a full-grown male hand of somebody that was very large in size, like 6'6"-ish.
That's an 8 trick. Is that like you doing it, or is it kind of doing it on its own?
I just see Man's like, you win.
Yeah, like you feel the force already.
Ha, Mans! I'm gonna grab him.
He likes
No.
to strangle people.
No, I don't know this person, but apparently everybody else does.
Yeah.
So don't strangle the elephant.
How rude of me. The name's Maz the Mundi.
Eala.
Cleric extraordinaire. And fisherman.
And fisherman.
Oh, your fishing wasn't that great last time we saw you.
Listen, it was bad reef, bad conditions.
Oh, right.
Didn't have a good run.
I'm gonna walk up to the bartender and be like, I need a drink. Do you have that stuff that was last time? That really, the super strong stuff that you kept behind the counter that threw everybody
So, okay,
off?
you're, yeah, Molden is like, oh, you mean the special brew that I have?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I always have a few gallons just for my own supply.
Can I get a pitcher?
Yeah.
Dear God.
You're the first person who's actually ordered a second of this. Here you go.
I'm gonna take it, and I'm assuming I'm
sure.
holding it with both hands, and I'm like, don't spill, don't spill, don't spill, and I'm gonna set it down on the table, and I'm just gonna look at it and be like, I need a straw.
It's green.
Azure sees
And it does
and
not
leaves.
smell.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was gonna.
Nope.
Are you
seeing, like, all
sure?
your guys'
We had a
reactions,
drinking contest with this
I'm
last
still
time.
50-50 on it. I'm gonna be honest. It doesn't seem
So,
like a good idea.
It
but
is green, and it is not translucent.
And it
just looks like
smells.
algae.
It
Yes.
smells.
It is
Yeah,
very close to
kinda.
algae, except it's not
It
like
gets
just
you
a filament
drunk.
on it. It's that there's actual particles within it that you
Yeah.
can kind of make out.
It's like an oozling.
You know, common sense tells me no, but my alcoholic side says yes.
Then hand me your glass and I'll fill you a drink.
I mean, I could just order one, but fair enough.
You're gonna order a pitcher for yourself?
I'm only gonna fill his up about that much. Well, I take my teacup and just kind of fill it to the
just one
top.
of the empty tankards, like pound.
Yeah.
So as you go into this one, you then also realize that Molden doesn't probably have a recipe. he just makes this willy-nilly because this
Throw a
one
little
also
bit of
is
this and a little bit of that.
this one is thicker.
Oh, it's like
And it's
cough
like-
syrup.
It's like a thin
coagulating blood.
it's like a thin, like watery type syrup consistency.
Oh, so it's like the stuff that you have for colon prep. That's
Excuse
Yeah.
the fuck out
That's
of
good
me.
stuff. Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna
What
say
did you just say?
NyQuil,
the stuff that you drink for a colon prep, where they give you a big giant.
For our younger audiences, yeah,
I
just
am
think
not
like,
that old.
I
think
had it when I
cough
was like
syrup.
20.
Yeah.
Or,
think cough syrup
like a
I'm thinking like
Slightly watered down.
vegetable oil.
Slightly watered down.
or vegetable oil. Yeah.
Vegetable oil,
Maple
but
syrup. Slightly watered down.
and
was thinking
I'm just
somewhere
gonna look at
between-
it and be like, this is a lot thicker than it was last time.
I think I'm just gonna get some whiskey.
Are you sure you don't want a shot of this
I
like
got
last time?
They do. It's okay. I prefer the mead.
You want a shot of
I like
whiskey?
whiskey.
I don't think
Try
I'm
it.
gonna take one.
Try it. If you're if you are such a drinker,
Already started drinking it.
All
like
right.
halfway through I'm like,
I need anyone who's drinking this. I need a Constitution saving throw.
I'm not drinking that.
I
I'm
have
gonna drink some
advantage
whiskey.
because of poison. I can't be poisoned.
you do have advantage then.
Okay.
18.
Well, babe, how'd that work out for you?
Are you hammered for once in your life?
That's a 12. I'm thinking it's harder. It's harder to go down this time.
So what it is, like,
You're in the mood.
so Maz,
Megan.
it is bad. It is incredibly strong, but the consistency, the fact that you feel particles in it, like it's nasty. But the alcohol itself at least has your inner fisherman kind of kick in, and you're able to stomach it without vomiting. Eala, unfortunately,
Well, I
with-
think also for me, because I'm emotionally, mentally unstable right now because of this
We'll
situation.
blame it on that.
And then the Dakith situation, that my
You've-
immunity is lower.
your immunity is a little lower, but I'm also kind of thinking it with kind of the tearing, the desire to tear up and probably like kind of choking up, and then kind of the yelling and other stuff that you've been doing at Helene a little bit. Your throat your throat's probably a little drier than usual.
Yeah.
And what ends up happening also as you're doing this, like you kind of choke on it a bit just because it gets like it starts
Man's
sticking
is like,
to the
Heimlich!
palm thrusts into your throat, but it's like coating the inside of your throat and almost feeling like it's getting stuck in that manner.
Okay, I'm gonna stop halfway through my tea, and I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna walk out the door and just.
Purge. Hard
But
purge.
again, when it comes up, it's like that black.
Yeah, that black and now green ooze.
Yeah.
But
And
for
then-
everyone else, you just see Eala like pause and walk out, and you hear the door shut, and then you just hear this muffled.
I say even a bird puke.
And I'm just gonna sit there. I'm going to dry cry. Because
Dry cry?
Because obviously
Like
tears
dry
aren't gonna come
heaving?
out. But no, like attempting to cry, but nothing's coming out, and just being like, I'm done. I'm done. I want to go home. Either better yet, I should just go back to the grave. But that's not gonna happen.
I know I've only just came back, but it seems like there's some emotional baggage hanging around that I'm not quite familiar with.
It's pretty amazing how quickly it came on.
No,
I just picture Man's in there, like watching them, like.
Yeah, he's on the table like a guard dog, so he's a guard hand. Like if anyone goes towards the door, you feel like he's ready to jump and strangle.
Yeah.
It's been interesting having her around, but it turns out she's a child of an acquaintance of mine. So
ah,
I would like to be there for her.
why not? More the merrier, especially on a road.
I think, Azure, I think I'm just gonna sneak off to bed because I know that she's a little pissed off with me, and I know that she's not exactly in the mood to deal with my shit tonight. So I think I'm just.
I mean, considering you were just pulled out of jail, I don't think I'm in the greatest mood
it
with you
wasn't
either.
my fault, but anyways.
Why do I doubt that?
Hasta mañana, guys.
What is that language you speak?
What is this language?
Anyways, good night, guys.
Prison language?
Yes, I got it from prison.
Is that what Azure truly like? Azure might actually believe that too.
What's Azur's intelligence?
raise the
hold
mic
on,
and
hold
go,
on.
"Hey,
What's his intelligence?
Good night. Good to see you." And then I start to take a sip, realize what I'm sipping.
Like, never mind.
Down. I'll have a whiskey.
You see Molden, who's a furball, just kind of goes, "Oh."
Azure believes that. Azure believes it. My wisdom is not high enough for me to not believe it.
I'm gonna.
Prison lingo.
He gets you get a tall glass of whiskey.
So,
Tall glass of
so
whiskey.
last time we saw you, you were going to Suderheim. What brings you over here to Elsfey?
Yeah,
He got lost.
So I was on my way to Suderheim. Everything was working great, and then I got a little turned around, and then ended back up on the coast and hitched a ride, and then they was going to bleed in the wrong direction, and just backtracked on my progress. And I'll be honest, I took a quick kip, and missed the stop, and now I'm here. And bumped into an old mate over by the docks, and then we got a few drinks in us, got a scrap, met a few old mates, but I mean, just kind of things happen, really. Just ended up in a drunk tank.
So you
Just
never
a
had
happy coincidence.
Never actually made it to Suderheim.
No,
Interesting. Well,
I don't think I even saw the outside.
yeah. We're heading to there tomorrow morning. You want to just come with us?
Sure, less chance I'll get lost.
At least I hope we're heading there tomorrow morning. We should have left yesterday morning.
I'm sorry, my date was more important.
You're not here right now.
I know.
You're outside.
I'm the
purging.
voices in your head.
For the record, we don't
Gods
encourage
work for us in
purging.
mysterious ways.
It's possible, yes. Maybe the land
Purge.
something's out by bringing you back to us. But
Purge
we'll
is a
see.
different story.
Yeah.
Purging.
I don't know about you, but I'm taking this as a sign from the Thunderlord. You know?
Yeah. Hey, Molden, you got an open room for our friend?
He goes is like, yeah. I mean, no one else has actually come in here since you guys kind of moved in about a week ago. So
You guys just
All right.
moved in.
you're leaving tomorrow.
Yeah, we're leaving
Oh.
tomorrow. I'm sorry to.
I'll
Bring
have
him
to
with
start
us.
advertising
Can
again.
we bring him with us?
Do you really want to bring him with you? Anyway,
Gives me free
Has
alcohol.
anybody ever recommended you to drink some of the product you're serving? Man, you just seem like you need a bit more joy in your life.
Oh, can we get Molden drunk tonight? Please.
It's our last night. Let's celebrate.
Tell you what, for the rest of the night, every time we order one, you gotta drink one.
God damn it! I already went to bed.
He's like, no, that's my. Yeah, you're already asleep. He's like, no, I learned that early on. That's how I lost my first in. Not to drink while on the job. And I remember that lesson pretty well.
I mean, you lost the inn.
Yeah, this isn't my. I've grown to love it like the first one, but I had another one, yeah.
God.
This ain't my first rodeo.
I'm sure it didn't have quite
Okay.
the same charm.
No. I made
I
this one
say, and I
really
lean
like
back in
home.
my chair, and one of the legs that's supporting the brace of it just cracks.
Yep.
At that point, I'm going to come back in. Just kind of defeated. And I'm just going to look at them and be like, that didn't work. I can
No, I'm pretty sure we all heard you vomit.
She's like, I know. I mean, it didn't go down.
But vomit comes back up. Like, did you try to keep it down?
Man, I think she's talking about the pond scum.
But I served alcohol. I served my special stuff.
It was a
Oh,
little
yeah, that
thicker.
stuff.
It's a little thicker.
It was
than
a
I
didn't know
little
what it
thicker
was
than it was last time.
That's what she said.
I tried adding extra algae to this batch.
Don't.
Oh.
Don't this time.
Oh.
What do you mind
Good.
going up to Ellen's room and seeing if she got like an empty flask from the potion shop? I want to see if this stuff will burn.
I'm going to just slowly turn and look at him.
The what?
I will root through and probably maybe find a vial.
He was
That's
going
fine.
to
Just
go
leave
to
it, an empty
Helene's room
flask.
and get an empty
I have a
flask.
vial.
He also knows more than you do, so he knows that I was in the alchemy shop.
Yeah.
You don't know why I got arrested yet.
Yeah. So,
I wasn't even officially
like,
arrested, but
a what?
Yeah, like a flask or a potion or something.
Why
you know?
would she have a flask or a potion?
I don't know. Maybe she smelled like sugar and had some shit on her shoes. I don't know. Maybe she stepped in something. Maybe she found a broken one.
I'm gonna slowly look at Mans. Mans, were you in a potion shop?
I'm gonna be honest, I can barely read it as it is.
He's
They
saying
see
that
that
they
voice.
broke into a potion shop and Helene was doing her Helene thing. And then there was a dog and he was throwing things at the dog. And Helene ran out and left him. I'm going to kill her. No, Mans, not you. I know, you really want to kill somebody. You know, there were a couple of town guards that said that Daketh dodged a bullet with me. No, let's not.
He's already like jumping off the table.
Mr. Hand, you may want to
I'm-
do that. We're getting ready to leave. We don't want to be trailed.
Oh, I know an arrow dodger.
I am going to chase after Mans to try to catch him.
Yep, he's trying to get out the door. It did close though, and as you've discovered, closed doors are not man strong.
No. And I'm going to pick him up and be like, Mans, no. And then I'm going to hold my hand out and be like, hold. Okay. And then I'm just going to grasp him, walk over, sit back down, and take whatever Boz is drinking and drink it.
Just right out of his hand.
Yep. Swipe it right out of his
I'll be
hand.
pouring whatever's left over of what we ordered of the house special
In the fireplace?
and filling up a
Oh.
flask,
Okay.
and then corking it up, and then
Oh,
So you got a
taking little
vial
bit
of it.
out,
fire.
and
Let's produce flame to hand you a little bit.
Not inside the inn.
It's fine.
I turn a
You
cup
don't know
upside
what's
down.
flammable in
I
here.
turn a cup upside down. It's probably made out of wood, and I pour a little bit on top. I slide the cup over.
I'm just going to move
What
back.
happens?
Okay, so as you
It's just a
Immediately
little
explode
tiny,
like
just
that
a little
glycerin
spark.
as it
We
bursts
all
into
lose
flame.
our eyebrows.
No, it smokes a lot as you pour a little through the flame. There's this instant little kind of like puff of smoke as you're assuming what's probably like alcohol-soaked algae catches a flame for a little bit, but it burns really quick on that. But the remnants of it and that viscous substance that is the remaining of it does like catch on fire as it drops to the ground, and it seems to stay on fire for about 3 seconds before then just kind of petering out.
This might make a good
Interesting.
Yeah, this might be like a pretty decent accelerant. You said it's about a bottle. I bet I could get
Wait.
into some nasty business with this.
burns.
Oh, are you gonna help sell some of my product?
Yes,
Yes.
not to drink, but yeah, I'll sell some of it.
But
Take
it's
it-
my special.
take-
why
taking my
wouldn't
free
you
hand.
drink it?
I just think it.
I mean, it's delicious. And he goes and takes a big swig of it.
I
We're all
watch
like-
him. I watch him like a hawk to see if he flinches at all,
Same. Ayla's like,
and to see if he's actually drinking it.
Boz is
He
impressed.
does take a big sip. And he holds it down. You do see like as it like you
Imagine
see
as
his
soon as he
body
starts
like
drinking, everybody stops.
Yeah. You do see his whole body like constrict inward, and it's odd because his face stays completely the same, no expression whatsoever, but it seems like he's doubling down
His chest
and
is
then just going back. It's like, see? It's like it's the pain that, really shows how strong the alcohol is. And also the discharge the next morning usually.
Jesus.
I would like another
Oh,
mead.
you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think of that, but I'm probably gonna regret drinking this.
It's like Taco Bell. It burns going in and it burns going out.
Please sponsor us, Taco Bell.
So it can start fires and we can poison people with it.
No, I see a good weaponality of this. Weaponize this thing pretty well.
We could weaponize it.
Breathe, girl, breathe.
It's a weapon already. You don't have to.
It's already weaponized. Just need a delivery system.
And there's a moment and all of a sudden you just see his face go, "Oh, I broke my rule. I'm not supposed to drink while job."
Well, I
Well, now
guess
that you've already broken
Oh.
it, have a
Maybe,
few points
might as
with us.
well.
No,
You're
Can
my
I roll
only
a persuasion
customer.
check?
because when I didn't follow the rule once I broke it, that's how I lost my second in.
You've lost more than one.
This is your third hit.
No, it's my fourth.
Oh my gosh.
I thought third time was supposed to be the charm. What happened?
Charm was a really bad name for an inn.
It sounds charming to me.
Oh my god. I I need to go.
Maybe you do need another drink.
Well, like I said, that's how I lost my second in. I'm not
You
going
know-
to do that again.
You know,
I'm not
you
there.
could just close the front door and close down and then drink with us. And if anybody comes to the door, Mans can answer it.
Well, no, I
That's a
can't
good
because
idea.
I'm working because you guys are still here. So I'm. If you're leaving tomorrow, I might not open up tomorrow, and then I can drink then.
Weirdly a stickler for the rules, you, but I respect the cut of your jib.
The bank said they're not going to give me another loan for a fifth one, so
Oh,
I really
fair
got to
enough.
make sure this one doesn't go down too.
You've already asked them.
It's going now.
No, it was part of the agreement for the other loan.
To get the fourth one, they had to say no on a fifth one preemptively.
Yeah, it's along that lines.
Mate, if this one doesn't work out, maybe consider a new line of business. Have you considered arsonry?
He looks at you, it's like, oh, no, but maybe like a firefighter because I like the alcohol.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Definitely. Yeah, you should follow your dreams, mate.
Well, that's
Might be
why I
silly.
got the inn.
Yeah. Well, you know, if it doesn't work out, good to have a fallout plan. Right. Polish off the whiskey. And just like that, I'm going to sleep on something that isn't concrete or straw. Hopefully the wooden frame can support my weight. But if not paying for the bed. And I go upstairs.
That's what they all say. But that's why I didn't invest too well in them. That's okay.
The door closes. A few seconds go by, and you just hear a
Da-dong.
crashing.
The bed breaks. Oh no.
It's like, yeah, I saw that one coming.
So, is Azure still downstairs with us?
Yes.
Okay, so it's just the three of us.
Three of
now.
us, yes.
My question is, where's Kron?
Oh, we forgot about him.
He's somewhere in the inn.
I'm going to
He
say...
powered down in a corner
It was
somewhere.
some of that creak that we heard from upstairs, guys. Oh no.
He runs downstairs. We are in trouble.
So,
Giant.
He was under Maz's
elf
bed.
man.
yeah, I'm going to...
Help.
God, I don't even have my fan on, you guys.
We'll say that Kron was out. You're not sure with what. He was just gone.
He was
so,
watching Daketh's shop. Okay, I'm good.
Actually, that's probably
this
exactly
is
what...
not a hurricane season in here.
It is a hurricane season.
In Florida.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I said
Not a
in
It's okay. It's not.
here.
It's okay. It's not going to get posted around that time. We're okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
Right.
Anywho, yeah, we'll say Kron was watching Daketh's shop while you guys were taking your
Oh,
date.
that means Daketh
So
is gonna come
after
back.
all
He's
of
gonna
this,
be like-
this is when he's finally getting back. So we'll say he walks through the door.
Hale is gonna just.
Hello.
Early in the morning.
Wow, this is
Where
the
you?
No,
inn we
tonight.
found
He
on
went
the way down,
upstairs
too.
and went to bed. You ding
Yeah.
dong.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Here.
So
Hello.
he was quite upset.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Are you okay?
If I could cry, I would. But I can't. And I'm also really irritated at Helene. But I can't really show that. It's times like this. I wish I could show emotion, and I can't. But no, I'm not okay. But I will be.
He kind of looks over to Azure and Boz. It's like, I will stay up since I do not sleep, and you two can get some sleep. And I will get you a drink.
As long as it's not
That green
the house
shit.
special.
Just looks over. Even I know not to touch that, except for potential mechanical lubricant. You just hear Molten is like, "Aw."
I'm gonna turn to him and I'm gonna be like,
He's just invented
You know-
hydraulic fluid.
you could sell this stuff as lighter fuel and as stuff like that. I bet you could make a lot more money.
It's organic.
But don't people want to drink alcohol?
Absolutely. You can
Not alcohol.
Absolutely, but I think this.
So like a dual purpose alcohol.
Dual purpose,
It's like
yes,
isopropyl alcohol.
absolutely. Like, yes.
I'm done with this. And Azure, just being completely bewildered for the past 10 minutes, just goes upstairs.
Good night, Asher.
Good night.
Good night.
Creak, creak, creak.
Oh my god, you broke my bed!
What are you doing in my room? This is my room.
There are only 2 rooms.
I had my things under there.
What room did he lend us?
We'll help you cover the cost of the beds.
That's okay. I built them myself. I just take the scraps and put
That
the nails
explains a
back in
lot.
somehow.
Oh god.
We are definitely gonna have to clean ourselves with bed bugs after this.
So, Baz, are you going to sleep?
Yeah, I'm gonna do my meditation. I may do it. I don't know if I want to go to the room because it's a bit dank. But I lived in a cave for 200 years, and this is a bit dank.
It's a little dank.
Well, go do what you have to do, and we will sit here.
I mean, I would have cleaned it up if I would have known ahead of time you guys wanted to rent out so many rooms.
No, it's not your fault at all.
It is his fault. Should've
You've
kept
been
his
a
rooms clean.
wonderful host.
Aw, thank you.
You're asleep. Shut the fuck up.
I said I was asleep. I'm just in my room.
So Boz does go upstairs to do his meditation.
All right. So, as you head up, Molden spends a little time before he looks over, and Kron looks over. It's like, Molden, we do not sleep, remember? Molden goes, oh, that's right. Oh, glad, because that's how I lost my third, and good night.
Good night, Molten.
All right.
The charm of the non-sleepers, anyway.
So I can just go back and grab some actual good alcohol if you would like some. Molden has never locked up.
Don't tell Helene that.
Probably how he lost his first in.
Yeah, I could use something.
You hear him go back, and you hear a voice go, "Hey!" But you're not so. It's like it's okay, Molden. Like,
You're
okay.
sleepy. This is all a dream.
He goes and just hands you a bottle.
I'm not even gonna worry about pouring it. I'm just gonna
Gulp, gulp, gulp,
and
gulp,
then
gulp.
just sip out of it.
So you just start chugging down as Kron.
Well, not really chugging, just like
okay, just sipping on it.
like a little kid with a juice box, just sitting there sipping it. Maybe occasionally spilling a little bit.
Little
Do-
Jack Sparrow just
do-
sitting here tipping a bottle back. Just. All
Do
right.
you want to talk about it? Or would you rather drink?
Yes to both. It was not easy to do. The last person that I got close to vanished the night that I died. He was not on patrol. And then this, and I'm vanishing. It's
You're afraid of loss.
I don't have much to lose anymore.
You still act humane, which means there is always things you're afraid to lose. But that's what's keeping you still as a person.
That's keeping me alive. And I'm going to take another drink.
Life is very subjective,
From the
but
Wolf
it's
Wars.
not a requirement.
Absolutely. I wish things were easier sometimes. But no, I get to spend time thinking about it again because I can't sleep it away, and it never goes away.
It's safe to guess that you want things to be easier.
I wish things didn't happen the way that they happened, but it's not something that can be undone. And it's been me and holds up her hand. It's been me and Mans for 50 years, something like that. So having other people come into my life and now leave my life, everybody leaves.
Do you want them to continue to leave?
Not particularly.
So then, what do you think would be the best way to keep them and have them stay?
Not have them at all. Then they can't leave.
But then you're just running away, and you would still probably feel like this. Because you think back on the loss when you don't have anything at the moment.
Did Dakith install a brain in you too? Like,
Dakith does
You-
not have this level of ability, but he does care.
you are just very wise and
He just called your boyfriend dumb.
X.
I am aware
Oh,
of it.
your ex. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my god, they went out on 2 dates. We were 1 date away from marriage, okay?
To be fair, you did stay at his house for a week.
You know what? He dusted me off.
He dusted me off.
Boz suggested putting a drop cloth, but he wanted to dust her off.
It's canon.
Oh my god.
He-
Bed for a week.
She just kind of dies sometimes and passes out for like a week. That's how she sleeps. Whoops.
But
Fair enough.
no, I have always been like this. This was part of my second design function.
Well, you are more humane than half the people I've met in my entire lifetime, which is a lot longer than... Not as long as Boz is. I spent 200 years in a cave. Saying it just like that, and then taking a drink.
I spent
He after you put it down, he like goes and puts his hand on top. I think you might want to slow down a bit.
Honestly, I don't think it's affecting me. I think the lack of being able to share my emotions is what is affecting me more than actually drinking this.
But you do share emotions.
Not physically. I can't
Does-
cry. I honestly don't know if what love is or if it exists. Clearly, the only thing that I know is anger.
The fact that you can differentiate, though, proves that you do know and can feel. Physical display is only on the surface.
Everything's dead under the surface.
Everything's decaying on the surface.
That's like a crypt under there, man.
Whoa, man.
Just goes and it's like, but even now, you can show more than just anger. It's probably that you just know how to live with anger.
I have a lot to be angry for.
So how are you going to act to change that?
I don't know. Maybe I should stay. There's nothing here. Well, there's something here. I really don't know.
Well, thankfully, you don't have to make a decision tonight or even tomorrow.
I'm going to take a drink and just kind of laugh a little bit and be like, huh, if I had to make a decision, I might fall apart at the seams.
Again.
I've been working on that.
It's great. Absolutely great. You should keep it.
Thank you.
What do you know about Luxodons?
You see his head just like crank up. Oh, only that they are like a fence and they are big.
Well, apparently there's going to be one joining us now.
I thought I heard the sound. It seemed like Azure's bed had broken.
I don't think it was Azure laying in Azure's bed. Apparently there's this large Luxodon that when I went to go get Helene out of her penitentiary state. Oh, I have to tell you about that. There was a large Luxodon there, and he came with us. I bought him too, and apparently
What the hell?
he knows everybody.
You're buying people?
Brought him to
I bought him too.
brought him to.
Come again now?
Yes, I purchased him. He is my bitch.
They're very different campaigns.
I told you things change.
Bouncing a wow wow.
It's been 2 weeks. What happened to my party?
We'll be releasing the other channel with the links down below.
Stay tuned for
Stay tuned for
die
happy
for.
hour.
Dark.
Darling, it's to die for. After dark.
Oh God.
To Die 5, available only on Patreon.
All right.
Subscribe to our OnlyFans.
Mature content.
Jesus.
Anywho, we've made that joke before. We'll keep making it, I'm sure. Anywho,
Seems
we need
it's
to get
Not
back
going
on
to become a
track.
reality, though.
Focus.
All right.
Only fans can wait.
All right. So, you and Kron talk into the night. As the alcohol does affect you, and this is, when was the last time you'd say that you intentionally drank this much?
Drink, 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 drink.
It's probably been about 50 years. I'm assuming just shortly after I woke up from everything is when I last really, really drank.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage. I
Okay.
know you do have advantage, but given the amount and the fact that you keep on going.
That's a 5. I rolled a 2.
Because you don't really pass out because of your undead anatomy
Right.
and the fact that you don't actually sleep, and except for random naps that go on for a few days.
Twilight.
You kind of get in, the drunken kind of stupor, and you do become drunk. And you just kind of hit a point where you kind of your eyes almost kind of gloss over a little bit as your mind keeps jumping back and forth between like some memories of the day way back and then just a weird realization of like where you're currently at, and as you then lose focus, and that just kind of continues on from, we're gonna say, about like 3 o'clock. So you were drinking heavy for a few hours before
yeah.
you hit to this point.
Oh, yeah.
It took a lot, and this will last until the early hours of the morning. And I would say, Boz, if you did come down after your meditation, you would see her in this state.
Boz is a bit worried about her. He doesn't vocalize anything, and he still feels responsible for it all. So he's just sort of, he's not upset. He's more of a disappointed himself that this happened.
And Kron at this point has taken away the bottle, but would explain it's like she had
There's
a
like
lot-
4 bottles around her. She's like, mine.
Just perpetual.
We
spin.
should leave a tip for Molden.
I think we're going to, we'll give Molden a good amount of money as we leave.
That would be nice.
Are we going somewhere nice?
But eventually dawn comes, and we'll say that this is where the alcohol starts wearing off for you.
Mm-hmm.
As you probably go ahead and roll a
My
Constitution.
hand's in a cramp.
Mans has gotten to the point where it's like if he could lose feeling, he did because you have like not let go.
It is just gripped tighter.
Yeah.
You just see Mans' pinky like, help me.
He doesn't have circulation in his
Trying to tap.
Yeah,
Just regular con.
regular con.
Would be a 13.
So you've got a decent hangover, but it's not the worst.
Yeah.
You're sure you had more intense ones when you were still alive.
Right. So the bright lights are even brighter to me now because I can't already stand daylight because it's too bright. So now it's just like, oh.
Probably won't help. As soon as Maz wakes up, he does like the full stretch. You can hear the floorboards shift, and he does the elephant.
The trumpet.
Yeah, the elephant trumpet.
Oh, I'm awake.
Okay.
Yes, one of those.
Motherfucker!
Here's
a body fall to the floor.
Ayala's, I'm gonna hit the table like really hard, like whack my knee on it.
It's one of those things.
What the hell was that?
Oh, don't worry about it. He does it in the mornings.
You've got to be fucking kidding me.
I'd forgotten.
And I'm just gonna like, I'm thinking during that time too, I also just like dug my nails into Mans because it scared the
Man's
wait.
Trying to
Just
Yeah.
roll me a straight d20. Just roll me a straight d20.
Did you kill man?
11.
You accidentally halfway like check Man's like into the table as you get startled. He takes 1 point of damage.
Oh no, he's only got 3 health left, guys.
You did 25% of his health.
I did.
It was like arm wrestling, just slammed down. Yeah.
Oh my god. Mans, I'm gonna let him go. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, I just pick him up.
Like you can tell, like even though he doesn't have circulation, like he's not moving normally right now.
You broke a pinky.
I'm sorry. I'm really
Taking the bone, just kind of.
really
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry.
So at this point, everyone starts coming down.
Yes.
All right, are we ready to go today? No more dates. No more.
Can
breaking
we
into place?
not talk about dates or
That's fine.
alchemy shops?
Yes.
Who said anything about an alchemy shop?
I'm just gonna point to the big elephant.
God damn it!
Listen, I didn't say nothing concrete. All right.
We can talk about it later on
He
the
didn't
road.
incriminate
I
you
figured
for
last
anything.
night you weren't
I-
exactly. in the
I
mood.
honestly don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk
Okay.
about anything.
Water under the bridge. Nothing happened. Let's go.
I am going to take a piece of lace from my bag and tie it around my eyes a couple times just so I can still see, but the light sensitivity is brought down a lot.
Okay.
Like a snowblind mask kind of.
Yeah.
Maz is gonna be startled at the sight of a warforged, which he's probably never seen in his life.
Yep. And he's just sitting there.
Does a double take on him.
They both do a double take on each other.
Is that alive?
Yes.
We think
It
so.
depends on your definition of alive.
I see what you
Dropping
did
some heavy
there.
stuff on me early in the morning, mate.
We forgot to mention it last night.
My name is Kran. You must be the Luxodon that Eala had referenced.
Good things, I hope. Name's Maz the Monday.
It's nice to meet you, as the moon day.
Pleasure's all mine.
Can we go?
Yeah, we should. We should hit the road.
Let's hit the road. Yes.
Finally.
Finally.
Because I can't see very well, I'm going to use Kron as my seeing eye robot.
On our way out of town, whatever market stall would be available that I think would sell preserved goods, just not going to buy them from the bar that we were staying at.
Smart.
Probably a
Yeah, we
good
picked
So, yeah,
idea.
rations and stuff the day before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
You can, you can pick up some. We'll work out the gold later because given your travels, you would have had
You
some.
would have had some
Yes.
already.
Yeah, on
I
some funds.
somehow have 10 gold. I don't know where it came from.
We'll say that that's kind of what you acquired.
I was
Um,
actually
Maybe part of it's a loan.
I was gonna say I could just gamble all of it right now, and then we'll see how much of it I actually
Oh
have.
my god, no.
I would assume.
Got it from this one guy in that one bar.
Yeah. I assume
Then
I
we
won
got
it
into a
doing
fight.
something stupid, and then immediately started gambling the winnings.
Yeah, that's fair. But Molden's Inn is at the very northern side, and you guys are going to be exiting through the south and taking the southern route to get to Suderheim. That is the established path. So you're literally walking through most of the city to get there. So there are plenty of stalls to look from that you can get preserved goods on.
Do we pass Dacketh at all?
Dacketh is not on the main thoroughfare down, so
Okay.
no.
I think he was also on the east side. We're on the
Yeah.
west side.
Yeah, he's on, he's on the east side.
East side.
So, like southeast side, but you guys are
Don't
going
throw
just...
gang symbols up. You're gonna get shot.
The echo.
So you guys make your way through, grabbing last minute supplies. And eventually you exit out the southern gates, which Boz and Helene, you had kind of scouted out a little bit before. Exiting out ahead of you, you see off in the distance what seems to be a little port from almost like a lagoon. There's no large ships that are... there's no large ships here, but you can see... Actually, wait, let me double check. I am forgetting the actual topography of this off the top of my head. So we'll start with something else. Recap. Yeah, rewind. As you exit out of the south side of the city, there's a lot of thoroughfare going through. Lots of merchants going in and out, as anyone generally coming in through the city is this way. When you guys entered in from the north, it was really just farmers. Merchants didn't go this way. So this is significantly more busy. You see out in the distance, there is still farmland, and there's other housing that kind of continues on with giant goats that are being herded on the western side, where some of the hills are still encroaching up onto the mountain, and different vegetables farmed to the east of it. You see a body of water to the south, but it's a little bit out of view just from your current location. But with that, you guys start your trek, maybe still deciding of which way to go. And at that point is going to be where we'll leave off for tonight.
Wow, that went by really quick.
We made it out of town.
It did. It was almost 2 hours.
Really?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
Wow.
But thank you everyone so much for watching. Thank you,
Sticking with us.
Tim, for coming back.
Hey,
Master
thanks for
Moonday's
having
back.
Yay!
Maggie's back,
So-
baby.
Oh,
So we hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you laughed as much as we did. We had a blast. And we hope to see you again next time. And remember, we are to
To die for.
Or
See ya.
five.
That's closer.